Hi, I'm Beth Kazemi from Coldwell Banker Alliance Realty. Today I'm going to discuss on the process on how to sell your home. We are on the third process. The first one, of course, is appraisal and values. The second one is disclosures. And now we're on the third one. It's called negotiating. There's 4 questions that I picked. One is, the first question is, any advice on negotiating? The second one is, can the seller also include contingencies in a contract? The third one is, do I have to consider contingencies made by the buyer? And last, how do I respond to a lowball offer? So first, the question about any advice on negotiating. Yes, be patient. Know your home's worth. Adopt a positive attitude and do not let emotions, anger, pride, greed, or prejudice get in the way of negotiating is the best deal. Your home obviously means a lot to you, but you have already made a decision to move on. So begin to think of your home as the house or the condo instead of my home. When reasonable offers come along, take it seriously. You can always counter any offer made by the buyer that comes near your asking price. Do not spoil a good deal over a few $100s. The second question is, can the seller also include contingency in a contract? Yes. For example, if you decide to sell your existing home first before buying another one, you can make the sale of your home contingent on finding a replacement home. Some sellers opt to this contingency to avoid a double move, such as moving to a hotel or rental until a new home is found and made available. However, there is one problem with this type of contingency. It can inconvenience the buyer, particularly if his own home is in escrow. He may not be willing to wait for you to move. This strategy has a better chance of working when the market is relatively strong. Your home is a rare find. The price and terms of the transaction are very favorable for the buyer, or the buyer is no hurry to move. The next question is, do I have to consider contingencies made by the buyer? You can reject, accept, or counter any offer that is presented to you. Most offers include contingencies which protect the buyer in case of something goes wrong. The 2 most common contingencies deal with financing, which makes the sale dependent on the buyer's ability to obtain the loan commitment for the lender within the stated time period, and an inspection which allows the buyer to have a professional inspect the property to their satisfaction. There's really no reason not to consider this contingency because they are quite reasonable and standard. However, think twice about a contingency that is predicted on you making expensive home repairs, such as kitchen renovation. Now, if the roof is caving in, that is an entirely different story. You may need to spend money to replace it or lower the asking price of the home. And lastly, how do I respond to a lowball offer? Let your agent know it is too low to warrant a counter offer, and that you are willing to negotiate by only once a more reasonable offer is made. Ask the agent if the buyer was shown comparable market values of similar homes that have recently sold in our area, and ask if the buyer was ever properly qualified. You do not have to settle for less if you are realistic about your chances of getting more. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Please visit us at www.lilybethpropertiesusa.com. See you next time.